Baby, I'm back with another breakdown like I never left you before. Talk to me nicely. So we're back, and today's video is kind of one I don't feel like anyone's talking about, at least not from the perspective I'm gonna give you guys. Everyone knows now, and it's been out for a couple days, Alex Wasabi has called out KSI. Everyone has covered the fact that KSI has responded to Alex, but no one's talking about the way he responded and why his mindset, for once, could get him in some trouble. I know you're confused, but I'm going to explain. So before we get there, make sure you hit that sub button. We are on the road to 200K. And if you guys are loving the vids and you're not subscribed, the f are you doing? Let's get into this thing. KSI versus Alex Wasabi. It seems like the fight that's gonna happen here, but does anyone else get the feeling KSI is overlooking him? Because I do, and that would be a terrible idea. The breakdown, let's go. If you guys remember the video we did last week, KSI gave zero credit to Alex for his win. Alex did things right in that fight. He did pop his jab. He did use his reach. That fight went one way, and it wasn't just because W.A.D.E didn't throw. But then, like all of us now, I saw the video where KSI responded to Alex directly.
If I was to get back in the ring, because obviously a lot of people are like, oh, who should I fight? As a warm-up fight, just to get rid of the cobwebs. I fight Alex Wasabi. Fuck it. Let me just go in, fuck him up. If I lose Alex Wasabi, then I will never do music and I'll never box in my life. Yeah. No, on my life. No. I will just stop.
And let's not forget that KSI in that same broadcast talked about how he'll just go and fight Austin after Gibb and Austin fight.
And then you'd have Mabroom versus Gibb. And then if Mabroom beats Gibb, I'd fight Mabroom after that.
KSI is looking that far into the future while also committing to a fight with Alex here. It just starts to add up and look like KSI isn't taking this guy seriously at all. Because Alex isn't a pro boxer, he's not. But let's look at the things that he can control. Alex has full-time been in training for the last year, and he has had a fight in the last 2-3 weeks. KSI hasn't been in full-time training. I don't even know if he's been in training at all. KSI also hasn't fought in the last 1.5 to 2 years. And on top of that, KSI would have to come down in some weight. So then you're talking about losing weight while in camp. If half the camp is spent just trying to lose weight or just trying to get in shape, you're only left with half the camp to improve skills, and this is why fighters need to be active, because taking 1.5 to 2 years off, you're gonna have more rust. It's gonna take more time for your body to get reacclimated, not only to the cardio aspect, but just the rhythm of fighting. This starts to look like a KSI that is overinflating his own skill set based on the fact that he doesn't like another individual.
Alex Wasabi is shit, okay? I've made a whole video on this guy laughing at him. He's a joke. A child in a grown man's body. Like literally after the fight, my man was talking about wanting candy. 31! And he's like, yo, I just want some candy. What's going on, bro?
KSI harping on the fact that Alex likes candy has nothing to do with Alex's boxing skill. In fact, you don't hear KSI actually say much about Alex's skills other than that he sucks, but won't point to an exact thing Alex sucks at. And yes, listen, KSI should believe in himself. He should be confident, because in my opinion, KSI, with the work, with the dedication, with the amount of time to train and get ready for this fight, should win this fight. But if he doesn't dedicate that time and he doesn't take Alex as seriously as he took Logan the first time or the second, and Alex just continues to train in the background while you're doing side plus and you're doing sidemen videos and you're doing music and you're doing other things, plus losing weight, now trying to get in shape for a boxing match and trying to relearn the sport because you've been off for 2 years, it becomes a problem very fast. Alex doesn't have any of that stuff. In fact, he is only boxing. He was about to retire from YouTube until W.A.D.E called him out, and looking over a guy like that doesn't have anything to lose, that's now motivated, knowing he can go in and win a fight when people count him out in a foreign country where he's hated and booed to the masses. He's now been in this environment, a packed environment. I would say a more hostile environment than KSI's even been in. And now, slowly but surely, he's building confidence. Again, I'm not saying that Alex is going to beat KSI or that KSI come closer to the fight time is going to be overlooking Alex. It's just what I see right now. And if these things continue from both camps, this fight becomes a lot closer, talent-wise, skill-wise, mentally, physically, than it should be. So I gotta admit, I like that KSI is a competitor. I like that he said he'd come down to 170 and fight Alex because I do want to see him in the ring again. But if KSI is going to commit to this, and he is usually a man of his word, when he says something, he goes and does it, you better take Alex Wasabi seriously. You might not think Alex Wasabi is the best boxer, but technically, as far as we've seen, yes, we've heard stories in the training room, and even in the Joe Weller fight, there was a little bit better technique there. But as far as we've seen as a totality, KSI is not the best either. And as of right now, the person willing to dedicate themselves more is Alex Wasabi. And if KSI is willing to meet him there, this comeback fight will be the most important one on YouTube. You better treat it like it. There is an old saying, you don't count your chickens before they hatch, or in this case, don't count your gummy worms before Alex Wasabi eats them. I don't know. Something big is coming. KSI is not just talking out of his ass when he says, I want to fight soon. He's not saying that he's going to drop all this weight and go to Alex Wasabi's weight if he doesn't actually mean it. And there's also rumors of KSI's managers speaking back and forth with Austin McBroom trying to sign a fight. They want to fight someone. All right, quick update. This is W.A.D.E, okay? You're seeing the raw, unfiltered here, all right? There has been a ton of stuff go down on Twitter today, back and forth between Mams Taylor, one of KSI's managers, I think, and Austin McBroom. Apparently a leaked, confirmed fight now between Alex Wasabi and KSI. A whole lot more Just come back to the channel tomorrow. We're going to take an entire video to confirm this thing and go into depth as to why this is huge fucking news. I'll see you tomorrow. Like I said, those are my thoughts. Let me know down below what you think. The last question, and the only question really now, is KSI overlooking Alex Wasabi? If so, it's a terrible idea. And Alex, of all people, could derail and possibly destroy the YouTube boxing career of KSI. Will KSI change the way he thinks of this? I don't have those answers, but maybe sooner than you think. I guess we'll find out.